Hello everyone, I am Gabriele, welcome to my channel. Playing Deinosuchus today, again. I am on my way to 100%. I cannot wait to be there, because I'm gonna be a big bad Deinosuchus, trying to use all cards in my sleeves to survive, and not only, but to thrive over other poor Deinosuchuses. I'm saying poor because I will be lurking from down below, and then I will snap at everything that passes by. 1, 2, and 3. Again, I will keep the lowest ground for as long as possible, just in case. But now let's go to a higher ground, just if I can. Now, will I rush a bit more? I'm going just up above Mossy River. I do not want to stay in one spot. It gets very I don't know how to say, boring staying in one spot for a long period of time if there is no passerby. That's why I need players, but in order to have players around me, first I need to make sure I can survive with other players around. First rule is not trusting anyone. Survival, player versus player. Again, highlight versus player versus player, and horror. I'm gonna add a bit of horror to all of those players that wanna play cozy. Once I am at 100%, I'm gonna say playing cozy because Deinosuchus doesn't have any other opponent for real other than others Deinosuchuses. Plus, in my opinion, and many of you might disagree, it's the perfect playable to play solo. It's just perfect. It's a perfect fit. So I do not like plenty of Deinosuchus playing in clusters, so to say, and I help reduce them when I see one. Separately, of course. If I see two Dinos, I'm gonna run away, unless I really want to switch Deinosuchus and I wanna start growing one back again. But that after I reach a certain count that I am bored, or I don't know, it depends many things. So at this growth stage I can play all the reckless I want, like here. I mean all the reckless with all due precautions without being in a hotspot. If you are in a hotspot with plenty of players around, you have higher chances of finding terrestrials around, and terrestrials might not be that nice to you. Oh, why should they? Why should they not? But above all, why should they? So, come on. Player versus player. It's not player with player. Player versus player. Deinosuchus versus Deinosuchus. Pachycephalosaurus versus Pachycephalosaurus. Stegosaurus, big Stegosaurus, tail whipping little Stegosaurus. Oh, I like that frog jumping on mud. Oh, hello you there. Oh, all of these little details really add to the game, in my opinion. Really add into the game. By the way, you might die 10,000 times. It's alright in game. I mean, it's alright. So is the game. It's survival. Guess what? Survival. Guess what? Survival. So it is alright. If you reach almost 100% with your Stegosaurus and then you get tail whipped by another Stegosaurus, it's annoying, but it's alright. So goes the game. Come on. Even though it is annoying, I admit that it is, but so goes the game. At times, survival, horror, player versus player. I mean, the more the merrier, the more the easier, but not everything can go according to plan. Come on. You cannot say, oh, they destroyed me, but they say they were nice in chat and I got destroyed. How could they? Horror. Player versus player. Alright, this is Mossy River. Again, I am north west of the Arch waterfalls. We just saw the waterfalls back in time. Just rewind back. And you will see them. Now this is also a spawning spot for Deinosuchus. At least I did spawn a couple of times in this Mossy River, northern Mossy River. More than a couple of times with my Deinosuchus. I spawned up here. I don't know why. Curiosity. It is just a curiosity. It's alright. There is a little percentage of chance that you will spawn up here instead of the well-known northwest area of Old Swamp River. But it's alright. It's alright. If you spawn here at times, just remember to run as fast as you can if you see a Deinosuchus this size, because even though I for example challenge, so to say, any Deinosuchus my same growth or my same growth at 100%, I don't pay much attention to anything smaller unless they bite me. Other players might not think the same, or I might not think the same in certain moments. I don't know, I just need a quick snack and I see a little Dino in front of me. Guess what? Yum! It's gonna be good snack. And we proceed forward. So it is Deinosuchus. To be played solo, in my opinion. Duo maximum. And but Deinosuchus was to be very sociable. In my paleontology class they say it was very sociable. Oh, but crocodiles today, they live in big clusters. Alligators are known for. That is known for. Well, it is a game. It is a video game. Come on. It is a video game. You play for fun. Now, this must be very clear. It is a video game. You play for fun. Now, keep moving, big bad boy. Yum! Another little Deinosuchus on my left. And now another one on the right, on my Deinosuchus right. Check that dewlap moving. I mean, it's kind of cool to have all of these little levels of details that very much affect the performance of my PC, but it is cool nevertheless, even though in fights I am often on the losing side. Alright, this group name tags, I just do not want to see that player in here. Didn't write anything in chat. It's moving away. It is probably not at 100%. Probably does have the same gameplay as me. I mean, it kept a low profile. It is here for growing. It's not at 100% because at this growth stage you can very well be mistaken for 100% grown Deinosuchus, or a bit. Oh, okay, probably I am exaggerating, but depending on how murky the water is, or how far away you see each other, you might say, alright, that's 100% grown Deinosuchus or not. Probably that wasn't. I mean, kept the low ground and then kept moving. I keep moving too. I do not want to stay around for too long. That Deinosuchus didn't say a thing in chat. That's good or bad. It's probably coming from northwest. I don't know. It's just a guess I'm making. Anyway, I feel all powerful from running away. Now. All powerful at running away because I'm not at 100%, so I can afford these shenanigans of not checking my surroundings. I just know one thing. I will run that direction if I receive a bite from any Deinosuchus around, or even from a couple. If they are at 100%, they will never reach me because I am faster, stamina wise, on land than them. Just because the bigger you grow, the more stamina you will consume. Okay, I don't know. I see these all of these graphics really enhanced at times, and sometimes instead I see graphics a bit more pixelated. Not pixelated, with more polygons. I don't know. Sometimes I have a better graphics. Sometimes I have a very bad graphics. I don't know. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. There was another little Deinosuchus, sorry, on that side. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I would never do such a thing in a video. Alright, proceeding forward. Again, these are all my points of view. I really want players to manage, I don't know, their gameplay in a survival game the best possible way. Because in that way, the game will become more challenging for players like me. The developers will reach a meta game faster to know how to balance playables, characters, dinosaurs. I'm saying like this because there is balance and there is not balance at the same time. Come on, you are playing a dinosaur, let's say a Utahraptor. You have flaws, you have perks. You are playing a dinosaurs like Deinosuchus. You have flaws, you have perks, all regarding your tier, kinda. Then you can be, I don't know, tier 1 plus, then tier 2, tier 2 plus. I don't know, I'm just making things up. You have to make the best of your survival out of what you have in the end. Any survival game can be about balance in skirmishes. That's very much true, but the essence is you being able to make the best out of what you have, nothing else. Come on, survival at times, or to analyze what situations are bad, what situations are good. If you won a fight because it was a very situational fight that was tilting to your favor, or you lost a fight because you should have won that fight, but certain situations tilted that fight on the favor, on your opponent's favor, on your opponent's aid. Opponents, it depends. I mean, many things. Alright, going up here, this is the end of Mossy River. The crown tick, I don't know how to call this thing. It's a big pile of rocks, nothing else. So again, this here is my point of view on how I play Deinosuchus. I don't play Deinosuchus the same way I would play a Pachycephalosaurus. I wouldn't play Pachycephalosaurus the same way I'm playing Utahraptor. I'm not talking about skill wise. I'm not talking about what's your favorite diet. No, I'm talking about how to move in the island, what decisions to make, where to go, plenty of things. It's not about just, oh, I found a pumpkin there, I don't find a pumpkin there. I find a carcass there, a boar there, I cannot find a boar there. Now, this depends on the time of the day sometimes you play. It depends on the amount of players are in the server. I'm not referring to that type of gameplay. I'm referring on how to move, how to behave, kinda, with each playable in game. So you get better chances at survival. Another fish bites the dust. I bite another fish, alright. Good. If only the pteranodon were nice enough to fall in water. Come on. My growth would receive a nice boost. Anything. These 0 Thanos, 0 Pachys and 0 pteranodons meet makes my Deinosuchus growth incredibly slow. But again, I am favoring safety over a faster growth. Probably I am postponing that, I mean, in my subconscious, because I know that I will make a video or two about that. but I'm not that nice when I am at 100% with Deinosuchus. I just lurk, and anything that passes by, I bite. Anything. It might be for real a terrestrial, it might be a Deinosuchus. It does not matter whether I am full or not, whether I need their meat with this Deinosuchus or not. I just do that, because that's my 100% gameplay with Deinosuchus. Sometimes it's very risky, because imagine you have located one Deinosuchus, something moving in water, it's at 100%, you do not see anything else, you know, just that one. Once it approaches, still that one, you start biting. You win the fight, let's say. You even win the fight. And then another Deinosuchus see everything from afar. They don't know who's attacked who first, but they know that you are vulnerable and they come after you. Well, that's a big risk every time you engage in a fight. You have, I don't know, 10 minutes to get back at that 80% HP rate, 80% HP, in order to be fit to fight again, a second fight, at least with Deinosuchus. You need to be at least 80% with your HP pool, with your hit points, with your life pool. Otherwise, it's a loss, and you have to start it all over again. Sometimes I get into a fight with 2 dinos, but that's when I really wanna enjoy again growing Deinosuchus and not just staying at 100%, sitting by and waiting for possible preys to pass by. My gameplay will be like this, literally like this. I'm not joking, I'm not saying anything. It's literally like this. Every time I move at 100%, unless I am doing shenanigans, and I recognize those are shenanigans. If I stay up above in the surface, I will move slowly down below the water surface. Anything that I deem as big as me, it's gonna receive a bite, just because, to see if they wanna start a fight. If they run away, probably I will follow them, probably not. It depends on how I feel. If I follow them, it's because I wanna risk a bit more. If I don't follow them, it's because I wanna play a bit safer. It depends. But the best strategies are when you are close by a hotspot. I'm talking about all possible things. You wait down here, you see bubbles from farther away, and you are at the end of your gameplay with your Deinosuchus. I'm talking about me. You see 2 bubbles, you get down below, and you start the fight from down below. The lowest possible ground when you want to start a fight, and then you start a fight against 2 Deinosuchus, but you are the first biter, and you are the one that keeps the lowest ground in water. So that 2 versus 1 can actually have better chances of winning. You can have better chances of winning that fight against Deinosuchus in that way, because alt bite goes upward. Those other 2 Deinosuchus players will use alt bite to bite you, probably. If they do, their alt bite will go upwards, but you keep the lowest ground, so they won't fully hit you, they won't fully bite you. You will receive diminished damage, while they will receive full damage from you, because you are keeping the low ground, they are higher than you, and you are out biting upwards against them. Plenty of people ignore these simple strategies with Deinosuchus. It depends. That's why I am postponing that 100%, because I know it's not gonna be very popular, but again, it's how I play it. That's why, if at 100% growth stage, when I know that my speed on land is gonna be and stamina is gonna be the same as any other Deinosuchus as me, I do like this only if I wanna play, because I wanna check my beautiful model, just because, or because I wanna check my surroundings, or just because I wanna play like this. But it's not that safe. It's not 100% survival proof. It's not. It is not. The only true enemy of Deinosuchus are other Deinosuchus. Period. period. There is nothing else. You can always go back in water if you are very hard because of a terrestrial, because of a Stegosaurus. Just go back in water. Nobody is saying to you go on land and get smashed by a Stegosaurus. If you hear of a Stegosaurus destroying, of a Deinosuchus destroying multiple Stegosaurus, is because Stegosaurus players were not at 100% growth stage with their Stegosaurus. It was because it was a very situational fight. It was because probably Stegos were not with full HP. It was because of many things. Probably because there might be even a bug. A certain thing that you can exploit and that I am not aware of, why a single Deinosuchus can destroy a couple of Stegosaurus on land or even by riverbank. But it really beats me how. It's not possible. Stegosaurus destroys Deinosuchus on land or by riverbanks. Deinosuchus destroys any Stegosaurus that is swimming in water. Water, your Deinosuchus element. You don't like to stick to water every time. Play Bepiosaurus when it comes out. Probably it will be more versatile than this huge tank. Probably. I'm just saying. Or just do a terrestrial. You have more interactions with other playables because 7 out of 9 are terrestrial characters and just 1 out of 9 is aquatic. Fully aquatic. I'm saying fully aquatic because it's not a fish. Alright, going down below again, just because, no reason, no particular reason. So, this hippo walk, by the way, will consume you very little stamina speed comparison for when you are swimming out of water. I'm not exactly sure what's best, but this one will keep you below the water surface and no one will be able to see you. I actually use this strategy when I need to run away from 2 or 3 Deinosuchus that are behind me and I am at 100%. If I get to see them earlier because I'm using underwater sonar, then I go the other way around and I hide in a bush, or I hide in a bush and I wait for them passing by. 1 versus 3, not yet my thing. This is another spot, it goes without saying, this is another spot that you can use to wade, to cross the river, or to drink if you are a terrestrial. I mean, come on. Frog, here we go. Alright. So, the arches. Why waterfall? The arches, waterfall? I don't know. Alright, moving. You see why? Any Deinosuchus will be spottable, will be visible. You can cross, you can drink here, safe and sound, just below the arch. It's a safe spot. It's actually a pretty cool spot for pteranodons. You have some shoals of fish you can fish by, and you have water you can drink from, safe water down there. I mean, very safe. And you can perch, you can make nests. I don't know if you can make nests up there on the arches, but I don't know if you can make nests on rocks on those arches, honestly. I don't know. I'm just saying, but I'm not sure. Alright. It's time to go back. Probably that Deinosuchus player that we crossed by earlier went logged off, or just is making the same thing as I am doing, going back and forth here, you know. Yeah, water is very shallow actually. I am pressing control to keep the lowest possible silhouette in water, and alright, all good. So I cannot wait to play actually on a new map. It's gonna be refreshing more than anything. Probably it's gonna be a better map. After all, maps get changed and plenty of things because they get better. It's plenty of people complain every time, oh, I prefer the previous map. Honestly, I don't know why developers will make a map that is worse than the previous one. I mean, sometimes might happen, but it's gonna be super rare, that situation. It's gonna be super rare. Why would someone do something that goes against the game they are building, so to say? Is this safe to descend? Sometimes I am afraid. Now, that's northwest, by the way. That's northwest. Possible Stegosaurus roaming? Nah, Stegosaurus usually go where the river of northwest is. Not many players come down here. There is nothing to do. Only a very occasional Deinosuchus player coming down or going upwards. But it's not that often. There is nothing to do here for any terrestrial other than passing by for crossing, for going from point A to B. Very rare to see stegos even here. They do not have nutrients, so kind of safe for that. Is that a nest? Or do you see that? Is that a nest? Or do you see south heading? My south heading. Is that a nest or not? I'm going there. I do not want to rush. Probably an abandoned nest. Or probably just wild potato flowers. Yeah, probably it's just wild potato flowers that are by river banks. Oh, check it. So, if it's eggs... Is it eggs? I cannot rush. I cannot rush. I need to keep my stamina just in case there is another aggressive Deinosuchus in water. I need to go back to land, so to say. Okay, no, it's just wild potato flowers, and I thought it was eggs. Instead, no. Yeah, that's Deinosuchus food. Deinosuchus food. They just dig, and then that's it. Anyone wrote anything in chat? No. I just need to press enter because sometimes I do not want to see chat for real. Alright, let's test this. Again, I'm risking this. Don't do this. Always check, get in water as fast as possible, because there might be a Deinosuchus in water. Don't do that. I did that because shenanigans. Because shenanigans, really. But always get as fast as possible in water from a spot on land that is not very much visible from water. So if there is a very aggressive Deinosuchus in water, they won't see you in time. Come on. It is like that. It is like that. Just try to think, what if there is a very aggressive Deinosuchus in water? What would be best for me to do? Just hiding, going from bush to bush, and then rushing in water, checking my surroundings in water, and with Q, and then that's it. Say, check that the waters are safe, and it's alright. But don't give any opportunity to any possible Deinosuchus that is lurking in water. Come on, you do not want to give many opportunities to other players. It's all versus all, or a few versus all, or many versus all, or the many versus one. Come on, it depends on the time of the days. It depends on which time of the day is, and how players of that time usually play with different gameplays. More friendly, less friendly, all versus all versus all. Caring about their dinosaur. By the way, I wanna break a myth. Mixed packing is mixed packing. It's alright. It's the strongest possible way you have to survive. The new diet system that Felipe Tesaro is talking about, the new migration system that is coming with update 6, possibly, I don't know, I'm just guessing. The new migration system, the new diet system, will reduce the power of mixed packing a bit, because probably a Carnotaurus cannot be in the same place of, I don't know, of what? Of a Deinosuchus, because they have two different diets. Or, I don't know, a Tyrannosaurus cannot be in the same place of a Carnotaurus. Or, I mean, they cannot follow the same trails in the whole map, unless one is getting stronger and the other one is getting a bit weaker, depending on how fast your nutrients decay. But even with this migration style, mix packing will remain the strongest way to survive and to make skirmishes. One will complement the other one. Be it mix packing with Stegosaurus and Denos, be it Stegosaurus and Pachys, they are actually super strong together. Be it Stego and Deinosuchus, they are just good. Be it with Carnotaurus and Tyrannosaurus all together, they are a strong pack. They are the strongest way to survive, the strongest way you can survive in the island, in this game. So if you have the chance, I'd say use everything you can to survive and to thrive. Then if there is a lot of players that say, no, that's not true, that's not how dinosaurs were behaving. Well, I wasn't here 1 million of years ago or more, I don't know. You weren't here either. Possible situations might have a reason. Mix pack is alright if you are care bearing. Nope, it's not, because there is always a third party that will lose to you. Let's say that you are a big good Deinosuchus that is protecting the little Tyrannosaurus from a very starving Carnotaurus, but the little Tyrannosaurus will stay around you. The big Carnotaurus will make a mistake and you will kill the Carnotaurus, and the Tyrannosaurus will survive. Well, the third party, that is the Carnotaurus, starving and did not get the Tyrannosaurus, is not gonna be very happy now, is it? Now, so care bearing is mix packing. It's alright. No. Mix packing is always alright. Every time in game. It's the strongest way you can survive. Hence, it's alright. You have to use all possible ways possible to survive the best way you can in game. That's why it's alright. Now, you cannot say that is alright, that is not alright. It's always alright. If plenty of people say it's not alright because it's mix packing, because that's not how dinosaurs were behaving. Well, guess what? I am a player, I am a human, you see. I have two hands here, you see? And you play mix packing if you want to. Care bearing, it's not better or worse than just mix packing and destroying everyone around. The little Tyrannosaurus of the example before did a very bad mistake of being spotted, so to say. Probably did a little mistake and was a bit unlucky and got spotted by the big Carnotaurus. Now the big Carnotaurus lost its prey and lost the player lost the Carnotaurus because had to choose either sure starvation or eating and postponing starvation, eating the Tyrannosaurus. But the Deinosuchus was care bearing for the Tyrannosaurus. Now Tyrannosaurus used the best way it could survive, mix packing, so that's good survival. Now if there is a mechanic in game such as migration, such as a new diet system, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be actually awesome. It will add extra layers of difficulty to the gameplay, but it won't remove mix packing because it's the strongest possible ways you can survive. And I am talking as a solo player. I'm not taking many winning points by playing solo versus mix packers. I'm just assuming everyone is against me. I just read that if there is a ton of corpses around, that might not be the best area I wanna be in. If from far away I see a Carno and a Teno and they do not destroy each other, I might not wanna approach that spot with my Teno, you know? Just because the other Teno might not be friendly to me. It's gameplays. It's gameplays. Player versus player. Mind blowing. Well, What growth stage is? 87%, 88%, almost there. It takes ages. It takes ages. But again, I am choosing safe gameplay, safer gameplay. Sorry, there is no such thing as safety for your gameplay in game. I'm choosing a bit of a safer gameplay, choosing the zone, choosing the zone basically, choosing the zone, and sometimes choosing to stay low in the riverbed, to not to be spotted that easily. In that way, I cannot access to possible food items. I won't be able to sniff what's outside, possible carcasses, plenty of things, you know. But it's a safer gameplay because I am not in a hotspot, but my growth rate will be affected. Simple. It's gonna take ages though. Oh man, it's gonna take ages. I better survive at least 2 or 3 fights after I reach 100%. Will I, or will I get destroyed immediately the first fight I decide to engage head first? Who knows? Well, that's all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Consider subscribing my channel, share it, and enjoy this fantastic game with this beautiful model. And now here it comes, the 2 big dinos, while I admire the model that destroy me. That's sometimes admiring your model too much is a mistake, even though, come on, check that out. Now for real, consider subscribing my channel and have a great day. Bye bye.